Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a deck called Ravnica Goblins, Goblin Tribal in Ravnica, and all because of this Legion Warboss guy who is amazing, as well as a couple extra spells here that really help. Like, namely, just Risk Factor in general is an amazing card in anything aggro, as well as just the meta kind of changing up and everything. And so, anyway, this deck is super fun. Goblin Trashmaster, of course, amazing. A bunch of these awesome guys here, and I'm kind of not going for the chain guy, whatever. That can deal 2 damage to other creatures because I really just love this opening package that you have here. Skirk Prospector. I'm using a little more of him than Rigging Runner because I'm hoping to get to 10 damage here with the fight with fire. That would just be amazing. So anyway, that's what we're trying to do here with this deck, and let's see how it works out. And yeah, wish me luck. Here we go. All right, so here we are in Arena Standard, and we are playing against Whip Boy with Ravnica Goblins, and yeah, let's see how this turns out. Having an aggressive hand is a big thing here, and that's pretty aggressive, so we'll keep that. Hoping to draw into our Warboss or Chainwhirler against green. We'll see how this plays out. Loving all the tap mana. That's fine. Swing in. I'm also loving not being afraid of Fatal Push with black mana. It's kind of weird, honestly, to not be worried about that. District Guide coming in. Alrighty. Risk Factor. Let's just go ahead and kill the guide. Make sure our stuff gets coming in. Swing in for 3. Pass the turn. I love that Risk Factor, you get to play it twice. So like anytime you get it, you know you have 2 times. Like that's such a good card. This is honestly a little bit broken. 3 mana, 4 damage, and they can choose not to have it do damage, but then you get a draw 4 with an aggressive. Oh man, that is so good. They could have printed this at 4 mana and it still would have been pretty good, but this is just awesome. Trashmaster is not too bad here. Let's go ahead and play that down. Go to combat. We're going to get in with for 4. I'm trying to do as much damage as possible, being pretty aggressive here. They will be killing our stuff. That's fine. Down to 11, pass the turn. We have Siege Gang Commander next turn, which is great. Mountain. All right, so we're actually getting to the point where we could double cast the Risk Factor. So I think this next turn, we're not going to swing in this time. That way we can swing in with a wider board next turn. Yeah, no attackers. Hopefully bringing them down with Risk Factor afterwards. Oops. All right, that's bad. Yep, we'll take action. Grab a mountain. And we can actually do Risk Factor twice now. Rasa Golgari Queen, alrighty. We're gonna sacrifice a land and draw a card. That's pretty cool. Legion Warboss. So let's risk factor first. See what we can draw into. Alright, they're letting it deal damage to them. So we could do it again. And then swing in for the win if they don't have anything here. I mean, or they're probably just going to let us draw, though. So let's just go ahead, Legion Warboss. Go to combat. So we have to attack here. Oh, man, Golgari Queen. So they can kill the Legion Warboss with that as well now. So swing here. We could kill the Golgari or bring it down pretty far. We know we have quite a bit of burn in this deck as well, though. So let's go ahead and be swinging in. We'll keep back the Siege King Commander, though. So six attackers. Going to be doing 4 damage. And pass the turn. And so now with the risk factor, they have to let us draw 3 cards, which is great, of course. Gaining back some life. What's the ultimate here? If they do damage at all, then we lose the game. That's fun. A Jade Light and a land. Alright, and so do we have enough mana just to kill him off here anyway? Alright, so Lightning Strike helps a little bit here too. So we're going to go ahead and... This is instant speed as well, right? So we're going to go to combat. Attack. We can't all attack. We have to actually click here with everything. Alright, we're going to swing in. Mentor onto this fella. And opponent scoops it up. All right, perfect. Yeah, so we definitely had it there. And that's the whole point of Goblins, is that by the time you start building your board, we're wide enough and you're low enough that it doesn't really matter. That's the hope. That's the goal. All right, here we go again. Oh man, Ravnica Goblins for the win. I really like Legion Warboss a lot for the Goblin type of deck. It works when you're trying to be that aggressive. Yeah, it's just so good. Alright, we'll keep this. Double Legion Warboss, pretty great. Kind of land heavy for Goblins, but not bad. Mountain, Fanatical Firebrand, following the same plan here. And we're going to go ahead and just pass the turn. I'd rather see if I can stop a rigging runner or something. And in fact, now I'm just going to burn him. Yep. Pyromancer comes down already. Like the risk factor there. Pass the turn. Lightning Mirror. Alrighty. Alright, double Warboss is going to be pretty good here. Because especially with their life totals, they're not going to be wanting to block these guys. And so we should build a pretty wide board pretty quick. Lava Runner. And Shock. Bummer. They did have the Shock. Yeah, swings in for 5. Ooh, another Warboss. Alright, awesome. Yeah, so got to attack with the 1. That is the only frustrating thing. Is that a Legion Warboss by themselves, if they have any blocker, it just goes away. But if you get multiples, if you start building a wide enough board, it really gets out of hand. I think that's why I like it in the Goblin deck a lot more. Alright, so I'm guessing they have like a Sure Strike or something. We're going to block the most damage. Yeah, if they're swinging in with this guy, they've got to have something here. Nope, okay. Just letting it through. Going down to 7. Risk factor. Alright. We actually have to let them draw here, I think. If we're down to 7. So another Legion Warboss. Goblin Instigator. We are going to swing in with our Warboss here to start mentoring up. Down to 13. Ooh, Chainwhirler. That's powerful. And do they have enough to actually kill us here now? If they have a shock. They could have shocked us as well. Alright, so Mountain. Risk factor. Risk factor. Oh man, and they can kill us now. Yeah. Oh man. Ah, that's a bummer. That was frustrating. That Chainwhirler, perfect timing. Yep, then they just shock it. Yeah, that, I was figuring they had the burn that they needed when they started playing the risk factor and going in pretty intensely there. That's fair, that's fair, okay. Yeah, so 1 and 1 so far. We'll play one more. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this Goblin deck in Ravnica, because I enjoy it. I think that there's got to be, I'm guessing there's going to be some more things coming in for the next set once you get into like red, black, those kinds of decks, and so we'll see what else they come out with for Goblins. They might not at the same time too, because it's already a pretty powerful deck. It's not quite there, but it's not bad. Oh man, all these land heavy decks hands are pretty bad. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan. We want a faster start. This is better. If we draw into a mountain, we have a pretty awesome start. Skirk Prospector is kind of like a mountain, especially with the instigators here. Let's go with the instigators first. Maybe I should go Skirk Prospector first. I don't necessarily want to kill him, though, for that, so I don't know. Hoping for land. No land. All right, so now let's play Prospector. Go to combat. Swing in. And let's go ahead and... Oh, man, I guess I could have done Warboss beforehand. Let's go Chainwhirler. So we're going to use his ability. Goblin Chainwhirler. And I mean, that's not a bad turn 3 play there either. And end turn. Hoping for land still. Plague Crafter. Alrighty. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have to sacrifice here. Ooh, perfect. All right, so Mountain, Warboss. Chainwhirler. And this is looking like a great start from the Goblins right now. Another Warboss go. Start mentoring. Opponent saying good game. Yep, we had pretty much the perfect start you can have there. So that is what the Goblins can do. They punish slow starts like crazy. Yep, that was pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get into the wrap up here. So there you guys have it with Ravnica Goblins. I think that this deck is super powerful just because of the Legion Warboss. The Legion Warboss works better in the Goblin deck than any other deck. I mean, it's something that you can definitely use anywhere else, you know, and I have been already using him everywhere else, but just creating a token every single turn on your turn is amazing. We saw that with Tendershoot Dryad, and having a 3-mana version of it, that's just so good, especially with the mentor ability in red colors as well. It's just, oh man, it's so good. Also, risk factor. I think this is such a powerful card. I mean, it's a 6-mana, 8 damage spell, and which you don't typically get anyway. And if it doesn't do 8 damage, then you're drawing at least 3 cards. You know, like it's just. And you can split up between turns. It's just so powerful for red. I think that there's a lot of burn that's going to be using that for sure, and I'm sure you guys have already run into it plenty. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Goblins. If there's anything that I was missing here, things you guys think should be in here as well. But overall, I think this is a pretty fantastic deck. The only one we lost to was also a mono red deck, which we got Chainwhirlered out of. And so, I mean, that's kind of a downside too, is playing against the mirror match. Whoever uses the Chainwhirler kind of burns you out and can probably do quite a bit of damage. So that's never good. Anyway, maybe we do need to put more priority on the Trashmaster as well, playing a full 4 set for of. Anyway, that's it guys for today. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next video and have a good one. Bye.